Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Boston Celtics have shown an impressive array of abilities in Round 2, taking the series in only 5 games. Tonight, we will find out if they can keep that momentum going against the Bucks. The Eastern Conference Finals, coming up next.
For these two teams, 2 rounds down, 2 to go. The battle for the Eastern Conference continues. Game 1 of the conference finals. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Lopez is the pivot with Giannis to his side. Damian Lillard out there at Patrick Beverley. And it's Crowder, and at the 3, the small forward. And for the Celtics, we've got Tatum. He's out there with Horford. And it's Walsh in at the center, filling out the middle. But take a look at the Celtics. Like the higher seed, they start this series on their home court, but they cannot be overconfident.
No, the stage is set, my friend, and really it's going to all come down to how you perform between those lines.
So how do you keep the governor on overconfidence?
You got to focus on the task, and I was always taught you respect your opponent and understand that if they play their best, it's going to be a challenge for you. Don't allow them to get that kind of confidence.
And there's the bucket from Tatum.
Really smooth release from Tatum on that 3. Makes that shot look effortless.
Now here's Lillard. Defense is right there. Lopez a screen from deep three-point land. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
Three-pointer, Horford. Good on the three-point shot.
Very capable as a point guard is Derek White, showing off his playmaking skills there.
Lillard outside. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Hits it from three-point range. Tatum's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Celtics.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Celtics out in front, leading by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And here we go, getting back to the action here in the Eastern Conference Finals. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Lopez is the pivot with Giannis to his side. Patrick Beverley out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Crowder in at the 3. Pass to Horford. Back to Tatum. The Celtics working the ball around now. Pritchard gets the bucket.
Jason Tatum scores, but also creates for his teammates a sign of his continuing growth as a player.
And there's the foul. It's on Peyton Pritchard. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Lillard. 5 points in the game. Puts up a deep 3. And Horford pulls it down.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Giannis outside. He kicks it to Beverley.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. That's good from Beverly.
Man, I tell you, you really have to appreciate how much Beverly hustles. He plays hungry and with an edge. He's skilled, though, on both ends of the floor in addition to that. Knocking down the free throws and eating into this lead with the clock stopped.
A nice shot by Tatum.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
And the first half is now in the books. Celtics lead by 8. And just now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Doc. I heard you imploring your team, stick to the game plan and know your personnel. What's that mean?
Yeah, we keep messing up coverages. You know, I get messing up on some guys, but that can't happen, but it did. So we just got to move it forward.
We'll see if the communication picks up. Thanks, Doc. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Some great postseason action in the first half of play. A healthy lead has been built for the Boston Celtics.
Well, you can tell these guys are on the same page. They're communicating well. Each guy has his role and isn't trying to go outside of that, Shaq.
Yeah, and those are the best teams to play on. Everyone feels like they're contributing, but each guy is sticking to what he does well.
Looking at how the Celtics are doing in this series, the conference finals. Big fella, do you expect these teams to pull out all the stops?
That would be correct, Armando Arnie. That's right. No minute restrictions. Let the stars shine tonight.
You have to leave it all out there. Even if you're banged up, find a way to get it done.
The competition level on the rise. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And we're ready to get back into the action here in game one. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
And with all the pressure he must have felt coming into this one, it didn't faze him one bit. Fantastic start.
Yeah, you know, I think he relishes the pressure, especially in a big game like this one. He really eats that stuff up.
So it's the Bucks now, trailing here by 8. They've got Horford. He's out there with Jason Tatum. And it's White in at the 2 guard. That's the Boston 5.
A nice job from Lopez to catch and shoot in a fluid motion. And for a guy as big as he is, that's really impressive.
Drills the three-pointer.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I think confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, he's stacking up threes the way he is. I mean, he's doing all his work from behind him.
Hands it from downtown. Lillard's got 8.
And really, just when the fans were starting to get into this game, how about the silencer at the other end for a potential game-saving 3?
Boy, I tell you what, guys, one way or the other, some fantastic drama unfolding here.
A wide open look here for Lopez. His three-pointer's off the mark. Celtics leading by 5. The 3 from Tatum. The shot's good. And the assist by Horford. He's got 15.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one. Doing it all.
Into the lane. Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play. Then the emphatic dunk.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics.
Man, if ever there were a way to kick off the NBA Conference Finals, this is it. Going to be a table-setting victory here in Game 1 for Boston.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, they really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And they open these conference finals with a forceful performance to take the early lead in the series.
Yeah, they talked about sending a message here in Game 1, and no doubt about it, they delivered that message loud and clear. It's obvious who has the upper hand going forward in this series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jason Tatum.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. Lopez is the pivot with Giannis to his side. Damian Lillard out there with Patrick Beverly. And it's Crowder at the three spot. So the first of three is good, and that narrows the gap to 7. The second one drops, and that trims the lead to 6. And so he's good on all 3 free throws, and that brings them within 5. Here's Boston now. They've led by as much as 10, and they go to the intentional foul. And here's Tatum for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Horford.
Horford is really good and selective at when he needs to be aggressive and when he needs to move the ball.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're behind by 8. 15 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Now here's Lillard. He's covered closely, and it's sent back by Horford.
Horford doing a nice job that time using his length to get that shot block.
So it's the Celtics picking up the win. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical, and you know they'll want to ride this wave into Game 2.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Al. You guys do it as a 5-man unit on the floor. How did you come together for this win?
Just taking good shots on offense, trying to, getting stops on defense. We challenged every shot. We just played hard tonight.
Great effort and a big win, Al. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference Finals. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. As New Balance presents our player of the game, Jason Tatum.